Okay, question 1b. Y equals 8x minus x squared, y equals 2x. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Inspire, and I'll enter those equations in there. So first of all, 8x minus x squared, whoops, x squared, enter, you see the graph there, and then for my next equation, I will enter 2x, enter. Okay, now, actually, I kind of like the fact that it did this. Now, the one point of intersection is right there. It's clear. It's fairly obvious. That other one there goes off the screen. Okay. Now, I want to talk about that in a second here. But first of all, well, even though I think that first point of intersection is fairly clear, we're going to go analyze graph intersection. And if you're on the TI-84 or the 83, you're going to use second trace to get into the calc menu. I'm going to move my little hand to the left of that point of intersection and then to the right. Now, again, if you're on the TI-84 83, you just move the cursor close to the point of intersection. Now, in this case here, I'm seeing that it's the point 0, 0. Okay, now, for the next one, I'm going to press Menu, down to Analyze Graph, and again, I'm going to look for the point of intersection. And what I'm about to do here, this is true for the TI-83 and the 84 as well. Oh, sorry, I got to do that again. That didn't choose. I don't think I went through and actually chose it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go find this other point of intersection, but it's off the graph. It's above the screen. The calculator doesn't have a problem with a point of intersection or a solution being above the screen. It does, however, have issues to the left or the right of the screen, but not above it or below it. So here I'm going to put my left bound there, put my right bound here, press enter. Now the Inspire does a nice thing. The Inspire anticipates that I'm looking for this point up here. It's probably hard to see on there, so I'm just going to grab it and move it. Okay, and then you can see that the point of intersection right there is the point 612. Okay. Your TI-83, 84 would have no difficulty. You just move the cursor close to it. It'd probably go off the screen, but that's okay. That's okay. As long as you're not going to the left or the right of the screen, you're fine there. Now, algebraically, to solve this system of equations, notice that again that they're both equal to y here, which means these two are both equal to the same thing. So I can set them equal to each other. This is the substitution. Now let's bring everything over because it's a quadratic. So 0 is equal to x squared. And I've got a 2x here, and I'm going to subtract the 8x. It's going to be minus 6x. Now, I know the temptation here when you see the quadratic like this is to try to do the trinomial factoring, but there's only two terms here. This is a binomial. And it almost looks like a little bit like a difference of squares because I got x squared minus, but 6x isn't. So what I'm going to do here is just take out what's common. And I'm going to get that my solutions are either x equals 0 from right here. Okay, so if x is 0, the whole right-hand side becomes 0, or x becomes 6. To get the points of intersection, I would simply go back to the original system, and again, I'm way too lazy to use the quadratic. I'm going to use the linear here because it's so much easier to work. And these 2 points here, these 2 x coordinates, should work in either one of those 2 equations. So I'm going to go to the second one here, and that'll give me the point 0, 0, okay, because 2 times 0 will be 0. And then if I plug 6 in there, 2 times 6 is 12. So the other point would be the point 612, which again I see that I got with the calculator. Now to verify it, I'm going to take that system there, and those 2 points, and plug them individually into the system. So does 0 equal 8 times 0 minus 0 squared? Well, yeah, both sides are going to go to 0. Does 0 equal 2 times 0? Well, yes, it does. So that first point there works. Okay, now let's try the next one here, 612. Okay, so is 12 equal to 8 times 6 minus 6 squared? Okay, well that one might take a little bit more thinking. Okay, but 8 times 6 is 48. 6 squared is 36. The difference between 48 and 36? Yes, it is 12. And is 12 equal to 2 times 6? Yes, it is. So both of those points actually do work.